Good morning, friends. Welcome to Enlightened World Network. I'm Dr. Ruth Anderson here with my beautiful soul sister, Teri Angel. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today, on Wednesdays, we do what we call meditation excavation. That's where we invite you to meditate along with us. And Teri and I share with you all what we're experiencing. We invite you to just follow along with us, use your intuition, use your imagination, and let's just see what messages Spirit has for us today. Teri, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ruth. It's an honor to be here.
So, we know that there is a lot going on in the world today. We've got hurricanes flying through places and frightening people and leaving people in the dark, and that there's just so much going on between the hurricanes and the politics and so many people that are ill right now. Teri, it's a whirlwind.
It is definitely a whirlwind. I think that hurricane is a metaphor for our whole world right now, spinning and kind of being out of control is what I get. That there's an energy of scatteredness. So my prayer is that we can bring it back together in cohesion.
All right. Well, let's go into meditation. Let's see what Spirit has for us. Although we've already been feeling Divine Mother, so I'm looking forward to that. So, friends, let's go ahead. Close your eyes. Get comfortable. Whether you're sitting or lying down. We're just going to take a couple of breaths and get ourselves grounded. We take slow, deep breaths just to calm our vestibular system, slow down our thinking and our breathing. We're going to send that breath down to our root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. And they're showing me the importance today of having very strong roots going down from our root chakra to the center of the earth. So, with your imagination or your intuition, just watch as those roots, powered by your breath, just get stronger and stronger. So, Teri, they're showing me huge roots, like oak tree roots, but on top, above the surface, they're showing me the flexibility of a willow. And
Mm.
we know that that's, I think it's one of the proverbs, perhaps, about um, being rooted, but not being stuck, being flexible, so you can kind of go with the flow, so it won't, all of the different challenges in life don't just knock you over.
I love that. And it brought an image of the tree of life in Louisiana, in New Orleans, that has so much of its root system on top of the ground. And it's huge and can really see the two parts of the world. It can see what's underneath the soil and it can see what's on top of the soil and bring energy to both.
Divine Mother is ushering us in to our heart space. So, first of all, feel into her beautiful, divine, feminine presence. And she is welcoming us into our heart space. Let her show you around. Let her help you get comfortable. Because that's where our work is coming in today, which is no surprise, really, when we're concerned about how folks are doing. whether near to us or just faces on the TV. But that concern comes from the heart space. So, Teri, while we're getting comfortable in the heart space, could you please ask in the spiritual divinity?
Absolutely. And I love that we're filling into our hearts. There's a lot of heart hurt right now in the world. So let's just breathe into the heart, breathe in love, and breathe out love. And as we do that, inviting in the energy of Archangel Raphael, bringing in that beautiful healing energy. Love is what heals. So as Raphael comes in, just feel that blast of love. He comes in with air. And I'm feeling warm air as he's coming in to where I'm at. Inviting Archangel Michael to put that bubble of protection around everyone right now who's engaging, anyone who's listening, around both Ruth and I, that wonderful fire energy of protection. We invite Archangel Gabriel to bring in water, to clear things up for us, to help us to get the messages that we are ready to receive and open to receive. And Archangel Uriel, bringing in the energy of earth, help us to dig our roots deeper, to look with eyes of love over the land, to really feel the nurturing energy of Mama Gaia, and then connect that energy up to the divine with our Creator, with Divine Mother, with Christ, feeling that Holy Spirit within each of us as we connect together, earth and the etheric realm. We invite any other angels, masters, ancestors, loved ones to be present with us now as we journey into our hearts even more to that place of pure, unconditional love. Just take a moment to breathe it in, to feel all of the energetic beings that were called forth, and to allow them to give you a message or to touch you or to touch your heart. Just let that flow in this moment that we're breathing in love and breathing out love.
Thank you, Teri. It's a packed house in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you were inviting in the angels, Divine Mother, I saw on the wall in my heart space a photo, like an 8 by 10 of each person that I have loved and lost on this wall. And they all looked happy and vibrant, full of life. And then I saw that there were candles in front of it, lit candles, almost like a shrine to these people. So that was beautiful in itself. But then what I saw in front of them on a desk was my book of life. We've done some work with our book of life before. Everyone's got their own. It's a thick, amazing masterpiece, and it's like the Akashic Records in book form. It's got everything about you as a soul, every conversation. If you believe in other lifetimes, past lives, every bit of information from those as well. And at first I was looking at a blank page. And I thought, oh, that's my future. That's where I am right now. I don't know what's going to happen. And then I looked a little closer, Teri, and it wasn't blank. It was filled in, completely filled in. But I didn't know it was. And I thought, that's where the fear comes in when you think it's a blank page in front of you. Because then it could be filled in with anything. But the reality is, I don't think there's any surprises. I think we know in our soul what's going to happen and with who. Teri, does that make sense?
It makes sense, Ruth, and just being open to have the awareness of it. We sometimes bury our heads and we don't want to look at something that might be fearful, that we think will end not well, or that it won't go the way we think it's supposed to go. But just being open to possibilities, being open to the potential that we have. And then we get to see that page. We get to see what's on it and all the beautiful miracles, the wonder that's there for us. Anything is possible. This has been a big message that Spirit has given me lately. Do not limit yourself. Do not say, I can't do something.
Well, and the words, where is free will, came to my mind because my brain thought,
But to
wow,
be open to,
sorry, Tara. I heard, where is free will? And I thought, so where does free will come into this if everything is pre-scripted? Where does free will come in?
yes, that's a question that many people ask, Ruth. And I've asked myself, because I fully believe that things can be changed, but I also know there's a divine plan. So, how do we merge those two? How do we come to terms with, yes, we do have free will, we can change our mind about things, but there's also this beautiful divine plan of how our life is going to play out.
What I see next to the Book of Life is a pencil. And it does have an eraser. But as I'm trying the eraser, it doesn't erase everything.
Right.
It erases parts where you can write in alternate conversations, bring in somebody new, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like it changes the main format.
And what I'm seeing, Ruth, you know how when you have written something out in pencil and then you try to erase, there's still a residue left behind. There's still the energy of what was there on that paper. So I think that's a part of this as well, to look at, we can't change what's happened, what's already taken place, but we can change the energy of it. Wow. So maybe those things that are not being erased, we can't change or manipulate it, but we can change how our thoughts are about it, change how it's affecting us in our now moment. I think that's the free will part. I think we can
Yes.
make a choice at any given moment. We can decide on, okay, How am I going to react to this now, in this now moment?
Yes, they just gave me a beautiful example of that, Terry. So I'm looking at, not on my book, but it's just what they were showing me. So I was seeing a chain link fence. And then I saw that that fence could either be, the perception of that fence could either be that it's keeping you from something, or keeping you out, keeping you in, whatever. Or they showed me it being used as like a trellis for flowers to grow up. It's all in the perception.
Mm-hmm. It's also the knowingness that we do have control. Things happen. We're in this 3D world, and there's going to be contrast. There's going to be things that we're not happy about that has taken place. But we have the choice of how much we're going to let that affect us. Am I going to rise above whatever that challenge is? When my body says, I'm not going to do that anymore, and you don't have the use of a limb or speech or whatever it is, that all of a sudden it's not there, how do you rise above that? And how do you find alternative methods of communication, or of being able to go forward, to move?
Right.
This morning we've got a practice here now where I'm at in Vermont, and we have a practice of opening our chakras every morning. Well, both Jean Lorio and I woke up with our necks very stiff and painful. And in this exercise that we do, we have to lift our hands, our arms up in the air. And Jean was saying, I don't know if I can lift my arm. I can't do that. And I'm going, let's turn that around. And both of us did it with ease and grace.
Mm.
It's how you perceive that you can go forward. Do you really think that you can do it? Or are you just giving up and saying, I can't? It's a choice that we make.
Well, and what they're showing me too, Tara, with this book of life, is it's like white parchment paper and it's black writing on it. So it's just sort of stark, but there's no color to it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showing me that we've got the watercolors.
Mm-hmm.
We can, and I think that's part of where that free will comes in. We can add the color. We can add the emotions. We can add the intensity.
Yeah.
Even if we can't always change the exact, I don't know how to say it. I'm losing the words, but
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with watercolor, if you don't like the way it looks, change it, paint over it, make it what you want it. And what happens when we paint over another color? I just heard that question come in. Is that energy still there? And because we shifted our vibration, the energy of whatever was there shifted as well.
oh, yes, absolutely. And then they just showed me, they're so visual this morning. This is great. They just showed me what happens when we let somebody else paint the colors on our book of life.
Oh, that's deep.
Hmm.
Standing in your divine power. We have the choice. Are we going to allow that to happen?
Right. And should we not be jealously guarding our experiences without letting other people put their perceptions on our life? Wow. Huh.
Hmm.
Teri, there's a kid's little game thing where you draw on something and it comes up looking like black, and then when you're tired of that you just lift the little acetate piece of paper and it
Hmm.
disappears. That's
Yes.
what they're showing me with the book. when
Yeah.
somebody else when somebody else paints in your book, you can just lift up the acetate and get rid of their judgments, their perceptions on what your life should be looking like and feeling like.
I remember those.
Yeah,
I wonder if they still make them.
I don't know, but it's a fabulous visual.
Yes. I think that would be a great metaphor for teaching.
Mhm. What they're inviting us to do right now is to go back a page or two or three in your book and look at it and see, was that how you colored that or how somebody else colored it? And if it isn't what resonates with you anymore, just flip up the acetate cover and remove somebody else's perceptions and judgments on your life experiences. It's like a clearing of energy here. This is cool.
Hmm. Lots of clearing.
So you can do it really quickly, friends. Just imagine your book of life in front of you. Go back a page or two, clear away. You can do it. Just clear away anybody else's energy that is overlaying on top of yours. And if you key in to those particular pages, you might be able to tell what life experiences those are depicted on that page. And once you clear off that other person's energy off of those life experiences, can you recolor it for your own perceptions on that?
Mm. And is there some that you want to be the way it showed up? Maybe it's a different way of looking at a situation. And that outside person can see that there's things that were possible that could be done.
Mm. It is our option, isn't it, to keep it or
Mhm.
change it?
Right.
So here's an interesting question as I'm seeing different life experiences and other people's thoughts and opinions about those life experiences, and I'm clearing those out. I thought, how is it that I let somebody else's judgment permeate me in that way? And then I thought, ooh, is my judgment and perspective on somebody else's book of life? Am I doing that as well? And I'm sure being human, I am. Hmm.
Hmm,
As you would say, Teri, stay in your own lane.
that's right. Mind your own vibration. Mm, wow. So it's an interesting dive today, but I feel like this is where Divine Mother wanted us to go.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Well, and to anyone who I have laid my perspective, why can't I say the word, my judgments on, I apologize. Please forgive me.
Mm.
Sounds like a good time for the Ho'oponopono, huh?
Ho'oponopono.
Thank you. I can't talk today.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
Mhm. And it sounds like not only for us to say that to others, and we can do that from our heart space, friends. You don't have to call everybody up and say that. You can do that from your heart, but also to say it to your own book of life.
Hmm. Yes, that is the important thing. And if you can't say all of it, just say thank you. I love you. Put that energy into it of only love.
No judgment, just love.
Yeah.
So, Teri, what they're showing me, flip your book of life open or closed. So you're just looking at the front cover. That's funny. It's interesting that they showed me this. So just flip it over. What does your cover look like?
It's changing.
Mm.
So it's almost like it's shape shifting, just like energy can do. It's not stagnant, it doesn't sit still. All energy moves. So I'm seeing like first this pearlescent glow coming from it. But then as I watch, it's almost like the aurora borealis with the different colors just flowing through. And what that says to me is that at any given moment, there's all kinds of possibilities. I don't have to just see things as blue or as green. That if I can just wait a second, just pause, hit the pause button. If I'm not liking or not in alignment with what I'm seeing with my physical eyes, I can just pause and wait for that to change to a different color. And using color as a metaphor, whatever the situation is, whatever that person is that maybe you're in contention with, just wait a minute, just hit the pause button. So mine is shifting and changing. Ruth, what is yours doing?
Mine was shifting and changing as well. And it started out looking sort of cosmic. in the same way you were describing. But then it was showing me pictures of different things in my book, almost like a changing photo frame.
Yeah.
And I heard the words wisdom through the ages. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think it's just a reminder that as souls in bodies, we get smarter and wiser from all of the different life experiences. Wisdom through the ages. And to honor that
Yes.
we are so much wiser now for what we've been through.
Mm. With every moment, we get wiser.
We do. What an interesting journey this was this morning, Teri.
Yes, it certainly was. I turned my video back on. I was just told that when the internet's unstable, if you turn the video part off, it kind of balances it out. And I was able to stay on the air with you the whole time.
No, that was great. That was
Yeah.
great. Wow. Okay, friends, your book of life.
The book of life. And I think a reminder that your roots do go deep into the earth, but there's also some of that root that's outside of the earth. And to just allow that balance to happen, allow yourself to see things from different perspectives. I think, Ruth, that's what that was all about, seeing with the different eyes and the different perspectives.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Well, thank you, Divine Mother, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Thank you. Thank you, Teri. And friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fascinating 3 years doing these meditations with you all, and we hope that you are experiencing growth and transformation as a result of your time with us. So thank you for being here. Teri, God bless you today, my love.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.